If you've ever been overwhelmed with window coverings, particularly curtains, and what to do and what to choose, then stick with me. I'm going to break down some of my top tips in choosing curtains and window coverings, and make sure to stick to the end because I've created something really special to help you out as well. My first tip in choosing your window coverings is you want to bring the window covering as high up as possible. And I say this one because this is one of the biggest sort of design mistakes I see out there, is people will put the rod in the casing or right above the casing. My rule of thumb always is bring the rod as high as you can. The reason is this will really make your room feel taller and more open, and the ceiling's higher as well. If you don't want to go all the way to the ceiling, then a happy medium is to go between the casing and the ceiling. Tip number 2 in choosing your curtains and window coverings is you want to think about, do you want a plain fabric or do you want a pattern? And so I'm going to help you out here. If you have a ton of pattern already in your space, say in your living room, I would say go with a plain curtain then. It's going to just, bring in the other colors in the room and not create too much pattern. On the flip side though, if you don't have a lot of pattern, curtains are a great way to bring that pattern into your room. If you have, say, a neutral rug and couch and maybe a little bit of pattern on your pillows, if you add a pop of punch of pattern and color in your curtains, it can really brighten up a space. Tip number 3, you want to think about how you want the room to feel, and particularly how the curtains feel. So what I mean by this is, are you going for kind of a linen look or are you going something more luxurious like a velvet? So what I would say is take a look at the room you're dealing with. If you've got a bedroom, say, and it's kind of more on the traditional fancy side, you might want to go with something that's a velvet or a silk. On the flip side, if you're in a family room that's really casual, I wouldn't say putting those materials in there would be a great idea. I'd go for something like a linen or cotton. So go with the look and the feel of the room in the material that you choose. And tip number 4, and this is a big one, guys. This is kind of like my first tip of bringing the ceiling up, the rod up, so the ceiling looks high. Another trick for you is double up on the paneling. So a lot of times I see these little itty bitty panels on the side of windows. And what you can do, a great designer trick, is just to order 2 sets of panels and double it up. And it just makes your window look bigger and it makes it look full and it adds so much to your room. So I hope this has helped you and inspired you to maybe hang some curtains that you've been left hanging around your house. But I know it can sort of still be overwhelming, so I've created a little bit of a cheat sheet for you of how to hang your curtains and different styles and different ways, and you can link to that below. If you like this video, I'd love it if you could like it. Make sure you subscribe and forward it to your family and friends. Also, if you're not already part of my subscriber list, make sure to hop on over to karladreyerdesign.com because I do send a weekly email and I share all my tips and tricks and DIYs and things that I only share with my subscribers. So I'll see you there.